What's going on, guys? Welcome to E3. Today, we are jumping on board. We got some devs here. You might recognize these guys, and we are playing some Forza Motorsport 7. You guys want to introduce yourself?
Sure, yeah. Hi, I'm Ryan Cooper. I'm the executive producer of Forza Motorsport.
And I'm Brian Eckberg. I'm community manager with Forza. Great to be here with you.
Cool. Great to be here playing the game, jumping on board,
awesome.
get some hands on. I know some guys have some very, very pressing questions, so we should extend the offer to all of Twitch chat. If
Let's
you have
do
a
it.
question for these guys, put it in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
We'll get some answers for you guys and basically have a conversation going. So, shall we just jump into the game?
Let's
Because
do it.
I have some personal questions I want to ask you guys.
Let's do it.
Yeah. This is the just to set the stage for those who might be seeing this for the first time. This is the show floor demo that's out on E3 right
That's
now.
right.
So if you're at E3 right now, you can go get in a line and you can
There's
play
a line.
this. Yeah.
There's a line.
But
Yeah.
three different experiences. Ryan will take us through all of them.
Yeah.
But this is what he is here at LA right now.
Yeah. So we've got two sleds on the floor, which are really, really great. They're on hydraulics. We call it the Ride Show. It's pretty exciting. It's got a lot of motion. Curved glass screen in 4K.
An amazing sound.
An amazing sound, yeah, it's super loud. And then 10 kiosks, so you can get in line and play on a kiosk, or you can play on the sled.
I will say I totally jumped on one of the sleds at the showcase earlier.
What'd you think?
It was good, except I had to delete the video. My driving was just shocking.
Oh,
so I got to
no.
jump on a little bit later today
Yeah,
and
yeah.
go try it again.
Yeah.
You feel everything in the
You
sled.
do
That's for
feel
sure.
everything.
right?
You
You do.
you hit a wall, you almost get chucked out of your seat.
Yeah. We've had a couple kids go through, and we've had to
You give them a
ask,
seatbelt.
Well, we don't have a seatbelt, so we had to ask them what their height was,
Okay.
because we didn't want anyone under 42 inches. And we had a kid come through this morning from the hit show Blackish.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He said,
Oh,
"Hey,
wow.
I'm 48 inches." We put him in there, and he tore it up.
Oh, wow,
Tore it
awesome.
up.
Was he really 48 or was he just like
Hey, well, he
on his
said-
tiptoes?
His dad was there. I said, "Hey, is he 48?" And his dad said he's 48, and I was like, "All right,
Nice.
There you go. All right, so should we jump in?
let's do it." What
Let's
do we want to do?
Let's go Dubai.
Dubai. All right.
We got to show off the new car.
Oh yeah.
Love that thing.
All right.
So, one of the things I want to talk about today, make a big point about getting the story across is, well, just that, the story, the career mode.
Right.
What is it? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so let's talk about the career. We don't have the career to show here, but we
Yeah.
can certainly talk about it, right? There is a new career. We call it the Forza Drivers Cup, and it basically takes place over 6 championships. And it's a really new career for us. It gives players a lot of freedom. They can jump right in. They can select from a number of different series, race a whole variety of different cars, and you'll collect race points.
Yep.
And through those points, you'll start collecting cars. And at the center of a lot of the career is car collection.
Cool. So should we jump into this and we can
Let's do it.
keep chatting?
Yeah, so this is the GT2 RS that we announced at E3 on stage during the Microsoft press briefing.
It is such a cool car.
I think the one thing I love about, well, there's a lot I love about career, but the one thing that's sort of stuck out to me as Bill's been talking about it and as we've been talking to the press about it has been the fact that it's not the typical 0 to hero type progression. You're not starting off in an E-Class car and ending up 5 races or 100 races later in an S-Class car. You have a lot of freedom here, right, Ryan?
You do. You have a ton of freedom. I mean, there's always a lot of discussion about how you want to design the career. Do you want to make it very linear? Do you want to make it story-driven? Do you want to make it open? And fans tell us, the community tells us they want a lot of choice. And so you can jump in and out of the career. You've got a lot of choice. Showcase events are back, so you can play with those a bit. We've got voices in motorsport that are returning, so we've got automotive personalities and people associated with actual
Awesome.
the automotive industry. So it's pretty cool. They lent their voice to the game, and yeah, we think people will like it. There was pretty positive response in FM6 with that.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, let's do this.
All
Get
right,
your
let's do
assist
it.
ready.
Get on the track.
Yeah.
Prepare for a
wait,
lot of
hold
people
up.
to
Let's talk
criticize
about
that
your
drive.
assists. Let's talk about your assists.
My assists are default right
Okay,
now.
all right,
Okay.
fair
Default,
enough.
Yeah. Just so that I can talk and drive at the same
Okay,
time.
I get you.
Absolutely.
We should ratchet up the difficulty as we go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. But yeah, one of the cool things was always like, I saw a little bit of, you can start up this career mode in like trophy trucks or like NASCAR.
Right.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. It's like, that's
right.
awesome.
We have the events that are open. So if you are in a car that you love and you want to keep going, go to an open event and you'll be able to run a series in that car or truck.
That's right.
I think what Ryan mentioned, the showcase events, but I think one of the really neat aspects of that is that we've changed the way you're rewarded in the career this time around in Forza 7, and a lot of the cars that people I think are going to want are going to be found in Showcase and only in Showcase.
That's right.
So you gotta go through it.
You gotta go to-
You gotta
yeah.
earn those cars.
You got to earn those
So
cars.
if you see someone with that, you're like, oh, that guy did it.
Totally.
I remember that was in
yeah.
Forza Horizon 3 as well with the midnight battles.
That's
That's
right.
right.
You'd see a guy fly past you in an RX-7, you'd be like, whoa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, how do you get this car?
Exactly. It's like a flying mountain. Wow. Right?
Yeah.
You see it, you're like, how do I get that? Well, you got to get it in the showcase event.
Yeah. So all right, let's pull some questions from these guys.
Let's do it.
What are these guys saying? FM7 on PC.
FM7 on PC is coming to PC, so see, when I try to answer a question, into the barrier. PC, Xbox One X, and of course the Xbox One. Yeah, cool. Buy the game, you can play it on all three devices.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of like misconception as to where people have always heard Xbox One X since being here. The game's going to be on the regular Xbox One if they have the old black Xbox One from a couple years back.
That's right.
It'll be on there.
That's right.
It'll be on their white Xbox One S.
That's right.
It's on there as well.
That's right.
And it's going to be on the Xbox One X as well.
That's right. And then for PC players, yeah, you can download the digital version of the PC version and play it on PC. And we support a whole host of hardware configurations. So if you've got an older machine, it'll run. If you've got a super high-end PC like we've got on the show floor with the 1080 Ti graphics cards from NVIDIA, you can do that as well.
I think something else talking about PC a little bit is crossplay.
Yeah, crossplay's there, absolutely.
So if you're on Xbox One, you can play with someone on the PC.
You can play with someone on the PC.
Yeah.
We support 21:9 aspect ratio, uncapped frame rate. We've got multi-USB support. We've got a whole bunch of different controllers. So we'll support Xbox controllers. We'll support PlayStation DualShock controllers. So if you're a PlayStation player and you want to play on PC, you can. And then a whole host of wheels.
Yeah, on the topic of wheels, that was something that actually surprised me. That was something I was not expecting to hear. If you have a PS4 wheel, you can use it.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Plug it right in. Well, coming to PC means we can appeal to a broader audience of people, and so why not support all those controllers? In fact, last week our creative director plugged in a Dance Dance Revolution pad and actually played the game on a DDR pad.
Oh man!
And a Guitar Hero.
Oh, there you go.
Surprisingly good doing so.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of weird, actually.
I see some video ideas in my future.
Exactly. Oh yes, you should.
We're
do
gonna
that,
have
Nick.
Rock Band versus Guitar Hero versus
I
Dance
love it.
Dance. It'll be great.
Well, but seriously, who lays down a DDR pad and immediately is good at it? I mean, that's nuts.
There you go.
Like,
That's part of the fun.
yeah, right.
A whole series for you, Nick. There, it's going to be amazing.
Well, that's
There you go.
probably a whole channel on Twitch.
We could do Twitch plays. There you
Why
go.
not, right?
So one of the other things I see here as well that personally for me made me really, really excited, VW.
Yes.
VW's
Volkswagen's
back.
Volkswagen's back. Hallelujah.
Yeah, we're really
Hallelujah.
That's amazing. I mean, 700 plus cars.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys know. Bill mentioned some of the cars that are going to be cars and trucks, trophy trucks, NASCAR,
Right.
supercars, American Muscle, JDM, of course. But yes, Volkswagen's back, and we're so pleased to have them back. I know
We
that
are.
a lot of people were missing them in Forza Horizon 3, so it's
That's
great.
right.
It's great to
I
have
want to
them
race
back.
my bus.
Yeah, right.
Race my
Want the
bus.
Want
Get
the
some-
little GTI.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, this is, I think I know the answer for this. Demo. When can people who aren't fortunate enough to be here at Gamescom, when can they give it a shot?
If you played Forza Motorsport in the past, you know that we always put out a demo. We don't have anything to announce today, but stay tuned.
Cool.
We know people like the demo.
We should ring a
Yeah.
bell every time we say.
Just getting people hands-on
We
with it,
should.
because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should say this game feels a little different.
Really.
Yeah, if you're coming from Horizon 1, it's so not forgiving.
Right.
If you mess up, you're backwards. You're in a wall.
Especially with a wheel. I mean, to me,
Yeah.
the wheel feels remarkably different this time around. I'm glad to hear you say that, because
Yeah.
I know the team has put a lot of work into
We
making
have.
this game
I'm actually
feel-
working on an entire video just about the wheel,
Good.
just commenting on how sharp it feels. I don't think I've
Good.
ever played something that feels so, like, it's not forgiving at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was driving this guy with the wheel, and at the end of the day, you chuck those assists off. You
Yeah.
have, I don't know any specs of this car. It's a powerful car, rear-wheel drive, rear engine.
Completely.
You're going back. You're going
You are.
sideways. You're going backwards everywhere.
You are, yeah. I mean, the driving thrill is really something we focused on with this version. We wanted people to feel a greater sense of immersion. That's why you're starting to see like windshield wipers shake, parts, when we race the truck, you'll see parts shaking the truck, the netting.
Give them that closer view.
Yeah, so this is a new view.
I love it.
It's a wheelless cockpit, right? Yeah, it's the cars have been tuned. The sound's been cranked up to 11. It's all intended to create a greater sense of immersion. We got new collision cameras. We've got the driver moving with the physics of the car. It's we hope it's more thrilling.
Nice.
Hey, first, right at the end.
Well,
just got him.
Just got him.
Driving
It's
and
hard to
talking.
talk and drive.
Keeping
at the same
it
time.
dramatic, I like to call it. All right, let's pull some more questions from these guys.
A lot of people asking about
Yeah,
Formula 1 cars.
everyone's spamming F1. What's going on with
F1?
F1, Formula 1?
Well, what I can say is 700 plus cars. We'll be revealing cars throughout the summer,
That's right.
and you guys are. I can't wait for you guys to see the list. It's going to be amazing. Unfortunately, I can't divulge the list. I would love to just sit here and reel off every car, but again,
I don't think we
more
even got time
information.
for that.
Probably not. We've only got an hour.
Yeah,
But yes, I'll take a nod from Ryan here. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we love F1. F1's been a part of the series. We'll be announcing the cars later this summer.
Yeah.
Appreciate the passion, though. We know people want it.
I remember vividly when we announced the 1960s Formula One cars in Forza. Like I'm a huge Grand Prix Legends fan from back in the day. That's like the game that like formed me as a gamer was Grand Prix Legends. And to have those 1967 Formula One cars in a Forza game was like, I still get chills thinking about it. So, yeah, I definitely get that kind of passion that people feel for whatever kind of car, but it's certainly those Formula One cars.
Yeah. I mean, remember the E21 and
Yes.
FM5?
Yes.
It's just like screams like it's the wah,
There's a lot of fun
wah.
also doing like the battles, like the what was it? It wasn't Senna. It was James Hunt and Niki Lauda.
Niki
That's
Lauda.
right.
Yeah.
Right around the time
Those
of the-
battles are so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
fun to
They're
do.
epic.
Oh, the 70s.
Yeah,
the 70s
showcase
one.
events. They're epic.
So should we jump into another race?
Let's do it.
Show off the big bad truck.
Let's do
yeah.
the truck.
One of my personal favorites.
Yeah. The truck's actually getting a pretty good response. We added into the game just to add some variety to the demo experience at E3, and people are really digging it.
I love it.
It's a completely different driving experience, though.
It is.
The thing
It is.
sounds like it's,
The gear shifting.
It revs to
emerging
what,
from the gates of
2000?
Hades.
Yeah.
And you're 15 feet in the air or however.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
There's
fun.
netting,
Yeah.
on the sides of the thing just flapping
I
away.
love actually driving in the third-person view because you can see all the suspension just going crazy because
Yeah.
the thing's so heavy.
That's right.
It's just
That's
like
right.
you hit a curve, it's boom,
Yeah.
it comes down hard.
Yeah. We'll do a little third-person action for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
I see some more questions from people saying Forzathon.
Forzathon.
I love it. Forzathon is back.
Forzathon is back. You've probably
Forzathon's
seen
back.
it in the menus when you were looking at
Yep.
the BCD.
Yep.
Saw a couple things in the menus.
Yep.
Yeah, you saw some things. Look, Forzathons have been amazing for us.
Yeah.
It's a great way to keep. We've got Forzathons happening in Forza Horizon 3, and we're continuing to give out Porsches. It's a great way to keep
awesome.
people engaged and also try fun, weird
Yep.
things in the game.
Totally.
We'll have more to say about Forzathons later in the year for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm glad people are curious about it because we've got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, we've learned a ton from the community really with Forza Horizon 3,
Yep.
and there's a whole bunch of stuff we're really excited about doing after the game launches. So I think people will be pretty
Cool.
pretty excited.
Yeah, I think Forzathon's just one of those things that for me personally keeps me coming back to the game.
Right,
Because
right.
there's a proper reward there at the end for you.
Right.
And it's like, I want that car.
That's right.
So I got to do it.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
All right.
All right, this is
Race
the truck.
truck.
Race truck. Battle of the Behemoths, we call it.
Love it.
Mercedes-Benz.
One thing you want to do before we get into this,
Sure.
show off the good old racing suits.
Yeah, let's do that.
Racing gear.
So driver gear is brand new to Forza Motorsport 7, and the car has always been the star, right? And certainly that does not change with FM7, but for the first time ever, we're obviously pulling the driver out of the car, and so you see the driver here. And at launch, we'll have over 300 race suits available for people to select from. It's all part of the purchase of the game. I've been getting questions on Twitter about are we selling these? There'll be over 300 of them available at launch.
But
So,
you will have to earn them.
you
Yeah.
got to work for it.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
You're
one of
not
the
just
things going back to
yeah.
the career.
Totally.
They're in there. Their
they're in
price
there.
is just like cars.
Exactly. So we have everything from vintage race suits, right?
Love it.
You may have saw on the BCD those leather helmets.
I'm saying, I'm chucking that on my guy all day.
Yeah. I mean, those
I
guys.
love the classic Forza suits, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Forza 3 suit.
Yep.
Looks amazing.
We got a Forza 3 suit in there.
the blue tux.
The blue. So I was going
Right?
to go there. Yeah,
Oh,
we've got
were
all
you?
these like.
There are some really cool ones in there. Do you want to talk about them?
Let's do it. Let's do it. So we got what we call pop culture inspired.
Yep.
And these are just our artists and designers going nuts, right?
They
What-
went crazy.
They did.
Yeah.
I mean, we
I
got
saw some of them yesterday. I'm like, oh.
right. We got leisure suits. We got
Yep.
chefs. We got.
I
what else do we
like the
have?
astronaut.
We
Astronaut's
got an
really
astronaut.
cool.
We
Yep.
got an astronaut. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're having fun with it, right?
Yeah.
We've got the vintage race suits. We got the modern race suits. I mean, you can see this guy with the Hans device, and then you can throw on a leisure suit.
Yeah,
Right.
why not? It's cool.
I was talking to I can't remember who I was talking to yesterday, but we were talking about how much fun it must be for the art team, who has been focused traditionally on cars,
Right.
to really be able to sort of flex their muscles with characters
yeah.
and these kinds of designs.
Yeah, yeah.
It must have been a ball for them.
No, it's great. I mean, the amount of artistry that's gone into these, and I don't mean to oversell it, but I have to truly give a shout out to our art team. I mean, the stitching, the materials, the zippers. I mean, these guys are in the office late at night laboring over the how the gloves look. I mean, how the colors on the suits. I mean, they are very meticulous. They put
Yeah.
as much time and attention in the race suits that they do with the cars.
You'll see thumbprints on the visors.
That's right.
Really?
Good call,
Yeah,
good call.
it's incredible.
Yeah, if you watch the opening trailer with Maria Rossi there, you can see thumbprints on her visor, and that's our art. That's all our art team.
Yeah, they're
Awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, they are perfectionists.
They are.
So you want to
So we're
turn
gonna
up the
ratchet it
difficulty?
up. Well, let's ratchet it
do
up
it.
a little bit.
What do you
Every
want?
time we got to chuck something
know.
off or make it harder.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, let's. You want to change? Let's go highly skilled.
Let's
on
do
Actually,
it.
while we're
Drivatar.
here,
Yeah.
what's the hardest difficulty in the game?
Hardest difficulty. It
Like skill
depends.
level.
So like Drivatar difficulty, right? If you remember Drivatars, those are
They're back.
they're back. Would be pro, right? So
Okay.
you got pro, you got highly skilled, you got average, and then you got new racer, which is for obviously people who are brand new to the game. Let's go up to highly skilled.
Let's go highly skilled.
Yeah.
You want to just show off the assists as well?
Let's go up to the assists, right? So we're on easy right now for the show floor, right? We're trying to make it a very approachable. But if you go up, you got medium, right? You start to play with braking and steering. You go up to hard, right? Now we've got it changes the drive line, the suggested line to braking only. You got professional, of course. You got veteran, and then you can customize these as you see fit.
You want to go all the way on the other end of the spectrum as well?
Sure.
Because I love the other one as well.
Absolutely. So this is brand new. Good call out. This is called Super Easy, and this is a full assist driving experience. And actually, we were doing a stream yesterday where we had somebody who had never played our game before, and they said, I don't know if I can pick this up and play it. I've never played Forza. It seems really hard. We put this in there for a person who's never played our game before.
Cool.
Full assist. It makes it more approachable, so they can graduate up to something more
Nice.
difficult.
And also the new assist in there, friction assist.
Friction assist, yeah, that is it's a way to create maximum friction, so it's really hard to go off the track.
Cool.
And if you do, it's usually to get back on.
Yeah.
True.
So
Yeah.
Helps you out in that
It does.
grass.
It does. Let's go. Why don't we go hard?
You're jumping up.
Let's go. No,
Okay.
should I not?
Oh, yeah, look, you're the driver.
Do it.
Well,
there
I
you
gotta
go.
talk too.
I'll drive if you want, man. It's up
Let's
to you.
go.
Yeah, all right, you got everything on.
I want to. Why don't we turn on?
Oh,
simulation.
Oh my goodness.
that's risky.
But I'm not turning off rewind.
All right, fair enough.
So I see some things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some tracks.
Okay,
We're here.
we're here.
Does someone want to say the name because I know I'm going to mispronounce
Magello,
it?
baby.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mugello.
Mugello.
It's so awesome to have this track back, but not just back, but like recaptured, rebuilt for 4K. This is Magello like you've never seen in Forza.
That's
and,
right.
And look, this is an absolute favorite of mine. It's just an incredible mix of elevation and long straights and
Right.
tricky corners. It's
Right.
a great test for anybody.
Talking about some tracks coming back. We got some other ones as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Which ones are on your mind, Nick?
Maple Valley.
Yeah,
That's the
Maple
biggie.
Valley.
Oh,
That's the biggie
gosh.
for everyone.
Yeah.
It
I'm going to say
is.
it's not even my biggie though.
Really?
My biggie's the other one. Suzuka.
Suzuka, yeah.
Suzuka,
yeah.
that is my
Yeah.
place.
It's it's funny when you talk to people. It is either Suzuka or Maple Valley.
Yeah.
And both have received a pretty positive response from E3. So, I mean, that makes us happy. We've been wanting to bring Maple Valley back for a long time, and now that the game is being presented in UHD and 4K, it's the perfect time. And the track is it's awesome.
Maple Valley has gone through some revisions over the years.
Yeah.
You might remember between I think 1 and 2, or maybe it was 2 and 3. They added the bridge over that one section. So it's nice to see with a track like Suzuka, you're bound to what Suzuka is, right? But with a track like Mugello or even like Dubai, the artists get a chance and the track designers get a chance to be creative. Which is nice.
But yeah, one of the things I see people asking a lot about is Fujimi. No Fujimi here.
No Fujimi.
Just, that's it. So a lot of people are also asking about
over 30 tracks.
Yeah, so, there's a lot of tracks.
The track list is comprehensive.
I think the crazy actually stat is 200 ribbons, 200 plus ribbons.
200
That's
plus
crazy.
ribbons. Yeah, it's great. And yeah, there's a lot of variability. I mean, there's a lot to play, a lot to race. Over 700 cars, over 30 tracks. Pretty huge career, obviously, as we talked about before.
Yeah.
We think people like it.
Not to mention the weather on those 200 plus ribbons.
Yeah, we'll get to it probably on the next race, Nissan. But yeah, dynamic weather. No two races should feel the same. I mean, the goal really, from a design perspective, is allow you to come back to the track and experience something new every time you race. And with over 200 ribbons, over 30 tracks, plus the dynamic weather system, we think there's a lot of replayability. Cool.
It actually kind of touches on the career as well, because in the career you'll have the ability to adjust race lengths, and you can adjust the weather as well. So if you want to start the race when it's in a downpour, you can do that.
Okay.
So you'll have some flexibility there with what kind of race you want to make when you're going through your career.
So if you're doing, say, like a multiplayer lobby, for instance, and you're like, let's do like a 30-lap race on. There you go.
I was so enthralled by your question that I took the turn too wide.
But yeah, say you're doing like a 30-lap race, and you're like, let's start this race off dry, and then you can you? How does it work? Can you select like dynamic weather? Can you say have the rain come in? How does that work exactly?
We've got options for you to play with. We're still finishing the game, so more info on that later this summer. Yeah.
I think one of the other cool things about multiplayer, now that we're talking about it, is the way the lobbies work in general. No real lobbies, like you jump into a game
and you're at the track.
You're at the track.
Yeah,
you're there.
Yeah, I mean, we call it always on track, and it's we took a step back with this version. We wanted to create a more seamless experience, and so like that's why you see the things in pre-race with the loading options. It can take a while sometimes for these tracks to load, and we want people to be able to have things to do, and we extended that to multiplayer as well, right? We want to keep people on track and racing, and not sitting there waiting too long for a race to start.
Plus, it gives you a great chance. Personally, one of the things I love to do in multiplayer is just quickly go down the list and see what liveries people are rolling with, right? Yeah. In this case, you'll be able to see not just the car, but the suit they're wearing as well.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so people's driver suits actually matter. When you're in like a drive-atar thing, or you're playing with your friends, you'll be able to look over and if people see like my guy, that is my guy.
That's right.
That's what I look like.
Yeah.
So when I'm wearing my astronaut suit, I will be in an astronaut suit.
We'll know you as the astronaut guy.
There we go.
Exactly. When you combine that with things like Forzathon, like we were talking about earlier, I mean, you can come up with some pretty epic gear. Cool.
All right, so let's talk about some customization. Customization is back for cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wide bodies and blowers.
Wide bodies.
Wide bodies will be in there. New wheels. Yep.
New wheels for like the rims.
Rims.
That's right.
Okay.
A lot of, I believe, Ryan, you correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of the wheels are going to be race type wheels that you'll use.
Oh, really?
Oh,
my
you
God.
gotta be kidding me!
Photo finish.
Let's check the split times there.
Check the replay.
Is this a mature rated stream? That's right. I want to say,
get the people
ready. You can do that. Don't worry about it. 0.05 seconds.
Kidding me? Jay Russo.
It's always them, huh?
It's always a Jay Russo.
I'm gonna have to take a note, talk to the designers about that one.
Jay Russo might have to go.
You're gonna scrap him from the game.
That's right.
Delete.
Yeah.
But yeah, rims, race style rims.
Yeah,
What's going on with that?
So there
Does
will
that
be
mean like super lightweight stuff?
right. There will be race style rims in the game. We'll have a more comprehensive list in the future.
Yep.
But yeah, wide body kits, as you'd expect. We're bringing over. You guys might remember Forza Horizon 3 had Horizon Edition cars.
Yep.
We'll have Forza Edition cars, which is like the motorsport equivalent to that. You could imagine those being spread throughout the game as well as various rewards. So lots.
So those will be gifts as well and things like that.
You can use them in a lot of different ways. Just it could, without getting too far into it, they can be used in a lot of different ways.
Do you know if wheel spins are going to be back every time you level up?
Wheel spins. That's a great question.
Wheel spins are one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my most hated parts of the game because I pull
on the spin.
2K every single time,
Right.
and I see everyone
2K?
pulling Horizon Edition cars. I'm just like,
Yeah. I know we've said it a couple.
I'm doing it wrong.
I know we've said it a couple times, but stay tuned.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
Don't worry.
Yeah. It's we've got a lot of really cool things we're doing with rewards, with progression systems.
Cool.
The way those are visualized. I hope people will like it. We certainly have been spending a lot of time thinking about it. So.
Yeah, if you guys probably heard it in the BCD yesterday, but we're changing the way rewards work to the extent that it's more about car collection this time around. We want you to experience as many of the 700 plus cars as you can in the game, and so the more cars you have in your garage, the higher the tier level you'll be within the game, and that means better and different rewards as well. So, that like I said, that's really part of that design. The design choices around, we want you to experience this breadth of content we have in the game.
That's right.